All righty, we're getting ready for the latest edition of the Tao Daily Tarot. But as usual, let me give you a little heads up about the reading. These three cards really say everything that you need to know about your immediate future. What do I mean by immediate future? Well, it could be the next 24 hours, could be the next 24 days. It all depends, but you'll have the energy, you'll know about it in advance, and you will have the information that you need to make the correct decisions. All of that coming up on the next Tao Daily Tarot, which is just around the corner. Well, hello and welcome to today's edition of the Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you very much for joining me. Whether you are new or someone who has already been kind of connected to this and checking in every day, every other day, please again remember, I would like you to like, subscribe, and maybe even share this connection with other people, because this is the way YouTube determines whether or not this channel is going to grow. So please, I'm going to ask you in advance and thank you in advance. Like, share, and subscribe. Alrighty, so this is kind of a different tarot read than others because, first of all, I do archetypal readings. I take the images on the card, read them literally, and then as we begin to lay out the storyline, several cards, I will then use my intuition to kind of lock in on a storyline so that it is the most positive storyline for you. And the reason I want that is because I'm focusing on energies. Energies most people don't focus on. I'm focusing on the energy of coming, the energy of going, the energy of pushing, the energy of pulling. Stop and think about it. Your life all day, things are pushing and pulling and stopping and going and coming, and just it's this kind of collage of energy, right? So think of this not as a predictive tool, but as a metaphysical weather forecast. I'll tell you what the quote unquote weather is like around you. You make decisions. You have it fit into your life rather than my reading changing what you're doing and so on and so forth. You have the power, you have the control, and that's the reason for this metaphysical weather forecast I call the Tao Daily Tarot. I also do something called the Hyper Shuffle because people like to see tarot readers do that, and you will see the Hyper Shuffle. And I package this whole thing in 8, 9, maybe 10 minutes. And the reason is very simple. You're busy. You have things to do. You have places to go, people to see. Well, not so much people to see anymore, but you get the idea. You're busy. And so that being the case, I want something that is tight, 10, 9, 8 minutes, that quickly fits into your life so you can check in every day and get this metaphysical weather report. Alrighty, good. We're up to speed on all of that. How about if we get to the Hyper Shuffle? Alrighty, coming up in just a moment. And there you go. That is the Hyper Shuffle. Let's get back down to normal speed, typical kind of speed. Alrighty. We begin with the overall temperature, if you will, for this metaphysical weather report. And it is yang or yang energy. All right. It is a number 1. It is an action card saying that you need to take some sort of action. Alrighty. So this would be a good time in your life. And, when we do these forecasts like that, it could be the next 24 hours, 48, 72, maybe the next week, maybe even the next month. You know what these energies are in your life. But this is a time for beginning to move somewhere, to do something somehow. And you're kind of blessed a little bit, especially because you have the sun. Alrighty, the sun is the most glorious card in the tarot deck. So it's kind of a blessing. It's saying that you can see things clearly. You may not like what you see necessarily, but you can see things clearly, and you very likely even know how you're going to get to doing what you want to do, what you have to do. That's the yang part. Not that you have to go out and do it today, but knowing that action is needed is really the key for you. And you might want to have this little epiphany sit in. I think that's what's going to get you motivated. The Ace of Swords is a real nice card to get because what it does is it sets you up for action. Alrighty? It sets you up for mental strength, thinking clearly. You are in position to use this sun card, this sun energy, this yang energy, and start to make some changes or plan for them anyway. You know, planning is action as well. So that is something to give some consideration to. And you may want to just plan a little bit, because here we have the Hermit. And notice in this top row here, we got some pretty heavy duty cards, some real heavy hitters, if I can just line them up correctly. So the Hermit has this staff, which is kind of a passion for that lantern, the light, the truth. And so that may be where the yang energy or the yang energy really needs to be focused on. It is spending more time deliberating, planning what it is you want to do, because you have a pretty good idea where you want to go. Maybe you need a few details filled in. You're going to be helped certainly by this Ace of Swords. There's no question. There will be an epiphany. There will be some information, some insight coming in over the next day, week, month maybe, because February is going to be a Mercury retrograde month. So February might be a really good time for you to have this epiphany. And then we move to the Nine of Pentacles, which basically is an independence card, okay? You can take care of this stuff yourself. You're probably going to have to take care of it yourself, but you can see just to the side of the card, we got that Sun card. We got the Ace of Swords. I mean, you have the tools needed to act independently, but acting on some level. Again, it's not necessarily physical action. It can be thought action. It can be just moving ahead. The yang energy, that's what you have to apply, certainly, let's say, over the next month. Alrighty? And then we move here to, as the magnifier, King of Pentacles. Aha. So you are looking to solidify. You are looking to maybe accumulate, but you are looking for something with more stability in your life. Now, you know, Pentacles, we think money. It could be money, but it could be anything that you value. Do you value love? Do you value knowledge? Do you value your health? Anything that is of value to you is what you are consolidating and organizing at this point. And that's a good thing, because the other magnifier, Wheel of Fortune. Does that mean good stuff? Well, generally, yes. But it does mean, in any event, things are moving forward. Okay? And I see February as kind of a reaction to January, especially since we have the Mercury retrograde for almost all of February. I think this February is going to be a time to reflect and make action, start movement forward for a lot of people. Because, as we wrap up this tarot reading, we have the Nine of Cups, and it's in reverse. I use the vice versa deck here. And what that tells me is Nine of Cups are your hopes, your dreams, your ambitions. Oh, it's nice stuff. Now, the Nine of Cups can be, on one hand, entitlement, smugness, self-indulgent. But on the other hand, it is, I see the Nine of Cups. I see this happy ending for me. But it's just a little bit out of reach. But I see it. And that is, if you don't see it, that would be the yang or yang energy that you need to utilize now to help you clarify your vision. Because as I said, you have the Ace of Swords, you got the Sun, you got the Hermit, you got the power that you need to get the job done. And, you know, here we are with two cards that are pretty powerful cards, King of Pentacles and Wheel of Fortune. I mean, you could get your mojo back, and that may be the job that is ahead of you. So again, please like and subscribe if you have not already. Join me again tomorrow, because I get a brand new reading for you every day, 365 days a year. Short of that, have a great day and blessings.